are very happy. This has really been a landmark. First of all, for our group, we've done an IPO after a gap of almost 9 years. I think it's a landmark for the Indian life insurance industry because this is the first life insurance company in India making a public offering. And of course for the overall capital markets, because as you said, the largest public offering after a gap of 6 years or so. I think what we are very happy about is that there was an overwhelming response that we saw. If we look at the anchor investors, we had some very good quality anchor investors, the likes of the government of Singapore, BlackRock, Nomura, etc. on one hand, UTI here on the other hand, and of course mutual funds and life insurance companies in India, so our competitors as well. So that was one very good part. The second is even the retail portion. We saw a lot of enthusiasm. Each category, whether it was for the retail consumer or the ICICI shareholders reservation, each one of them was substantially oversubscribed.
So going forward now, Ms. Kochhar, we have seen an ROE of almost 30%. Is this sustainable, and what are your plans as far as margins go? How are you going to improve them, expand them?
So I should not be making too many forward-looking statements currently, but I think I'd put this in perspective to say that in India, I mean, the insurance industry per se is going to grow substantially. We have a young population, insurance is under-penetrated, we have a huge protection gap. If you look at the CRISIL research report itself, it says that insurance industry should grow at between 11 to 13% per annum. Our company has been, leading in terms of market growth. We've been growing faster than the market. We've been the highest in terms of total premium fiscal 16. Largest in terms of AUM March 2016, and yes, very good ROEs and so on. What we'll do is we'll continue to focus on this, focus on the strategy to balance growth and profitability. I think our focus really would be to continue with product, customer-centric products, the huge multi-channel distribution that we have, focus on persistency, cost efficiency, fund performance, and so on.
So you think it's sustainable, what we've been seeing the last few years?
The overall path is sustainable. The overall, growth, profitability, all that is sustainable. But as I said, I should not be talking any specific numbers currently.
If we don't talk specific numbers, what about the product mix? Could we see perhaps a change in that? There has been a bit of a focus on ULIPs.
Yeah, I think ULIPs also, in a way, has been a very, very customer-centric product, and the growth in ULIPs has really come out of the demand from customers, because that's really been the most customer-centric product so far. But as I said, India, there is a gap on protection, and I do think that protection products will increase and will grow, and therefore even for our company, the next round of growth really will be protection as well, because we will see our business growing there as well.
So you have plans to come out with that soon?
Yes.
Can you give an idea when?
Yes, so we've already started protection products. I only think that going forward the proportion of protection would actually go up in the total business for us.
Okay, and if I were just to come back to the IPO for a second, can you tell me what the shareholding of the bank is going to be, how much the foreign shareholding is going to be, and when are we going to see the proceeds being infused into ICICI Bank?
Currently with this offering, we have about 55% holding, a little over 55% in the company. Prudential continues to hold 26% as of now. But as you know that over a 3-year period, we have to take the public float up to 25%. So our current understanding with Prudential is that on a longer term basis, they would hold about 20%, we would hold about 54%, and the rest of it would be public float. This is how it would pan out over the next 3 years.
Because I was doing some research before this interview, and I did see you being quoted that you plan to bring the shareholding down to 20%.
No, that's for Prudential. Prudential has 26, and over a long term, over a medium to long term, because we have to increase the public float and take it to 25%.
My final question, I know we're running out of time. Do you believe you've opened up the market? For example, we've had SBI, a new insurance company on ET Now, telling us that they're enthused by the response they've seen for ICICI Pru and they're definitely considering IPOs. Do you believe you've opened up the market?
I think this issue has done a couple of things. One is, yes, it's kind of set a benchmark for life insurance companies to start getting listed. So, we've kind of opened that up. And also, I think it's just energized the entire, primary markets per se. So, I think in that sense, it's really been a landmark. And I must thank all our investors who've reposed faith in our brand and the company.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ET Now Live. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.